National human rights lawyer and Middle East analyst Arsen Ostrovsky, who joins us from Tel Aviv. Now, this ceasefire talks appear to have mutual support from both Hamas and Israel. Why did these attacks flare up again now?
I'm not sure that there's, to be honest, there's mutual support. What we're seeing is, as has been the case in the past, Israel ceases firing and Hamas continues firing. So as far as Israel is concerned, I believe that there is no ceasefire to be spoken of at the moment, especially in the context that the Hamas is continuing firing rockets at Israel, including now. The most recent attack was only, I think, about 1 hour ago.
I spoke to a senior Hamas official earlier who said this is about more than the tit-for-tat attacks. This is about reopening the border crossings, loosening the blockade on the Gaza Strip. And this is something that he continues to push for in these negotiations led by the UN and Egypt. Is it something that Israel is contemplating, loosening the restrictions on the Gaza Strip that are in place at the moment?
It is something that Israel is contemplating, but only under certain conditions. Now, we need to remember that Hamas is not some kind of civil society organization. Hamas is an internationally recognized terrorist organization, both by the US, EU, Canada, Japan, Australia, and many other nations. And what we're seeing here, I agree, it's not tit for tat, that much I agree. But we also have to bear in mind that there is a beginning and an end. There's a perpetrator and a victim here, and we have seen in the last months since March, for that matter, we have seen this as part of a Hamas-led orchestrated campaign of violence and terror, starting from the riots on the Israeli border. We've seen kite fires more recently, we've seen sniper attacks, and now we're seeing again a flare-up in rockets. So this is really, I think, part of the premeditated plan of attack by the Hamas in order to try and strengthen their position within the Palestinian territories and with respect to perhaps Mahmoud Abbas's party in the West Bank in terms of their own internal warfare.
Obviously, fears of a full-on war breaking out re-emerge after any kind of fighting renews itself. But experts I've been speaking to all morning say there's no chance of a full-on war breaking out again. What is your view?
Look, nobody here, by any means, nobody here in Israel certainly want a full-blown war. The people here have suffered enough, and the people of Gaza have suffered enough. They've suffered, mind you, though, from the Hamas leadership, which continues to use them as pawns. And what we're seeing here is, in essence, Hamas committing a double crime, double war crime. They are hiding behind innocent Gazan civilians while shooting at innocent Israeli civilians. In the last 24 hours alone, we have 200 rockets and mortars fired from Gaza. This morning alone, we did not go more than 20 minutes without a rocket being fired. There's at least 20 or 23 Israelis now, I believe, that are injured and in hospital, a number of them quite seriously. Nobody here wants war, but at the end of the day, Israel, like any sovereign nation like Turkey, will take whatever action we must, whatever action necessary to protect our country and to defend our civilians.
All right. Arsen Ostrovsky, thank you so much for joining us from Tel Aviv.